Allow me here now to put the following into view. As you can tell, I've gone ahead to not wash my dishes here for a while. This isn't customary. This is all being done well for the purpose of this presentation. So, that being said, allow me here now to bring to view the following circumstance. And so yes, ladies and gentlemen, let us now resume here with this presentation. I just went ahead and brought the camera here to view for you to be able to appreciate how I also happen to clean my stovetop here with the LDC. It just leaves the top impeccable, as you yourself can appreciate here up close at hand. But the reason for my coming here, and with which I also expect to be able to begin this demonstration concerning the washing of dishes, and how this product is in fact the best one to be able to clean your dishes with. Well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me here now to bring here into view the following. So then, once again bringing this into view, I'm certain that various people have no other recourse than to use brass pads that ultimately make the enamel, make the steel of your stainless steel and any other surface, Teflon, susceptible to scratches that may lead to having these items then go on to release chemicals that present an unnecessary and an unwelcome risk here to the health and mainstay of your family every time you eat. So then, ladies and gentlemen, here what I'm going to go ahead and showcase is I'm going to go ahead, I just added nothing other than water. Nothing other than water here to this. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After all, it's only 10 drops, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what that means here in proportion to this product that I'm trying to make you aware of today? 10 drops. Alright, the bottle is 1 liter. The bottle is 1 liter, which means that it is 1,000 milliliters contained in that. Each milliliter is 15 drops to each milliliter. So just imagine, 15 times 1,000, that's 15,000. 15,000 drops, ladies and gentlemen. What's 10 drops in 15,000? That is not even the blink of an eye. If you were to compare it to something that, well, we all could be made familiar with. It's not even the blink of an eye in an hour, if you will, to compare things once again. But here now, going back to what we're in the middle of accomplishing. Here, ladies and gentlemen, this is, well, what I also employ here in my kitchen to make certain that the cleaning is best made and had without having to use sponges and items, although I do have some, but I prefer to use this. And this here, no less, you can more than likely obtain at any 99-cent store or hardware store, market, whichever the case may be. But be that as it may, here now, ladies and gentlemen, what I've gone ahead to do is, and as you can see, the heat is on. No pun intended with the song. But in any case, here, notice how, without any difficulty, the food particles left over, without any difficulty at all, loosen up. And that is also, well, the thing I wanted to bring to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, that our product, LDC, works wonders. It works regardless if whether in cold water or boiling hot water. It will, without any fail, just work its magic. It'll create effortless and above all, more than beyond satisfactory cleaning that well is here for your eyes to see. And more importantly, once someone, either myself or other people that are also involved in this line of business, that happen to make you aware of this product by way of the droppers, as you yourself can see here, well, you'll come to also discover, ladies and gentlemen, that this here is a perfect fit for you in these trying times where people are trying to stretch their budget and make ends meet all the more practical and realizable that it is something. Well, yes, let us not shy away from the fact that people are in dire straits, many of them, that, well, we certainly are aware of the fact that things are not as ideal as we would want them to be. But this here, ladies and gentlemen, is precisely what I'm trying to get across to you here, that there is no bad for which no good is to follow. And this is, well, a good and undeniable good here that I'm trying to make you aware of, and openly invite you to consider. How is it, once you try this on for size in your respective homes, how is it you see yourself getting involved with us here with this? Making and saving money with it, or just saving it? Okay, so without any further ado, I just went ahead and did another little minor demonstration of this product. So now, what everybody has been waiting for, that the claim that this product here is the best there is to be able to wash our dishes with. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I, with the following, will leave you without any shadow of a doubt that this here is, in fact, the greatest product here to be able to count with for this everyday practical chore. So, that being said, here, once again, is my sink. What I'm going to go ahead and do is clog this up here with this. Okay, we have that there. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is begin to appropriate the product here for our viewing pleasure. So that being said, let us begin. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the product. Notice no bubbles, no nothing, because the product hasn't been applied. But now that we are going to begin to, let us go ahead and rock and roll. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and last but not least, 5. So look at what is obtaining here right before our eyes, ladies and gentlemen, with only 5 drops here of this magnificent product, LDC. Brought to you proudly by Golden Home Care Products from Neolife, powered by GNLD. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, look at that, what we're managing to obtain here in just a small amount of time. Now, to accelerate this process a little bit, what I'm going to go ahead and use is the sprayer component of the faucet. Just so that like that we can well, accelerate this just a little bit. So bear with me. And immediately, look at that, what we come to find, once we apply some additional pressure, the yield becomes undeniably, evident. The yield that this goes ahead to produce is very, very noticeable. Look at all the foam. Look at all of this, which will right now be proven to give us cleaning power unparalleled by anything in the market. Okay, so this is just about right. And so now let us go ahead and begin this very valuable demonstration. So then, ladies and gentlemen, look, here's the sponge. It has nothing. All I'm going to go ahead and do is just get some of the stuff from here. And look at that. So then, the significance this bears is that I'm going to go ahead and clean the item, well, that is least favored in this process, which of course is the utensils, the knives and forks. Here's a lid of a pot. I'm going to go ahead and just put all that in all at once. After all, this here is what we are aiming to also demonstrate, that this is a cleaning that will inevitably take the least amount of time and effort to accomplish. Okay, so here, ladies and gentlemen, look, in the blink of an eye, 1, 2, 3. Well, all of these different items, look at that, in the blink of an eye, are being cleaned out. Alright, so I'm going to start cleaning this out here. Squeaky clean. Careful, don't want to cut myself there. Alright, so here, let us continue. Here we have this wooden spoon. It's best to take this out as soon as possible, since we do not want to have the wood become damaged with all the humidity. Remember, wood is, of course, not to be excessively wet. Okay, here. I'll go ahead and wash that. I'm getting rid of, well, the most obvious, bigger utensils, the knives and whatnot. So right now, as you'll come to find, the cleaning of the others will be just a breeze. That which is, of course, well, by many, the least preferred item to have to clean. Well, we're going to go ahead and clean them in a jiffy. So then, let us go ahead and get the knives. Okay, and the whole 9 yards. Okay, and look at that, in the blink of an eye, all of this is being cleaned out. And with the least effort also needed to accomplish that. Let alone product. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how this froths. with cleaning potency. Just so you know, you can also accomplish this by adding just a drop or two. 1, 2. Just to make certain that the gusto remains. And not only that, well, that you just get this done. Get this done very, very promptly, as well as efficiently. Wow, I went overboard here, as evidenced with all of these different items I left behind here for us to be able to clean off. But look at that. It's going very well. Well, let me go ahead and rinse these off. Okay, maybe. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, in the blink of an eye, not literally speaking, but figuratively, we have cleaned the vast majority of these, well, not all too welcome thing to be doing, admittedly, but well, it has to be done. Let us not forget that this here is an item of labor. Life engendering life activity. We have to be able to take care of ourselves as best possible and safeguarding that we do not get sick. And one of the best ways of doing that precisely is by practicing good hygiene. And good hygiene is what this product is all about. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So in the blink of an eye, I just went ahead and did all that. Cleaned out all of this, as you yourself can see. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is follow here with the dishes. Here, allow me to drain a little bit of this. As you can tell, we've had a little excess water here. And for the same reason, what I'm going to go ahead and do, okay, I'm going to now clog this up once again. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, here, well, I went ahead and empty this out a little bit just to allow for the following remaining of the cleaning to be done. And for that same reason, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to be putting the dishes here for the cleaning of them. And I'm going to rinse them off here, just so that like that you can view all the residue and all of the other stuff just effortlessly coming off. Only after first, of course, having been well, here with the product treated first. So then, without any further ado, let us begin here with the following. Okay, look at that. Here, ladies and gentlemen, you can use the sponge, you can use the brush that I've gone ahead to use, or you can just use your bare hands, as you can tell. The thing you'll come to notice if you use your bare hands is, well, first and foremost, that the product is not abrasive. It is not going to produce any adverse and unwanted reaction onto your hands, excuse me. But also, you'll come to feel how precisely the items that are being cleaned away dissolve. They you'll be able to appreciate the cleaning that this goes ahead to do. So now all I'll do is just go ahead and rinse this off over here. So now what I'll do is rinse this off. And voila. Clean. And look at that. I did not even have to use the sponge or any other item that is customarily used for cleaning. Okay, so now here, let us go ahead and work on the next piece. But what I'm going to go ahead and do, ladies and gentlemen, because after all, I did promise you that this would be time-saving and effort preserving as well. I'm going to go ahead and begin putting numerous plates here simultaneously. And now, okay, I'm trying to get the best capture here for you that will enable you to appreciate me here doing all of this at the same time. Bear with me. Okay, I think that is just about right. So then, once again, ladies and gentlemen, let us go ahead and resume. So here, look at that. Okay, done. Okay, done. Okay, so for this one, this had some avocado, which is being a little stubborn here. But you see, this is the benefit of always having your trusty sidekick here, as is the sponge. And regardless, here now this also is squeaky clean. Okay, next, cups. Let's bring some more items here. Okay, as you'll come to find with LDC, all glass is cleaned like no other item can clean glass. It just leaves the items spotless and just above satisfactorily clean. Look at that. This has been one of the greatest accolades that I've gotten from the people that I've managed to make them aware and get this over and across to them, that this item really leaves their china and other glassware but just shining very nicely. Here, look, without any further ado. Okay. And as you'll come to find, ladies and gentlemen, there have been studies that go on to, make the case that washing one's dishes also helps people de-stress. That there's just an overwhelming amount of stress, as I've been making the case. Many people are unemployed. There's a great deal of angst that is going around, and no less, of course. Times are tough. But if people go ahead and engage in what was once this very commonly practiced activity by us people as opposed to machines, if we go ahead and do this ourselves, we'll also manage to unwind, de-stress, and I aim to suggest, what better than with this, ladies and gentlemen, that, stands to give you an awful lot of yield. You will not need a whole lot of the product to accomplish a great deal of cleaning with it. You can clean your bathrooms, you can clean your stoves, you can clean your restrooms. You can even go ahead and brush your teeth with this, just a single drop on your toothbrush and you're good to go. You can wash your car, wash your dishes, as obviously I'm going ahead to do here with it. You can also wash, well, you think of it, your jewelry. Over 101 uses. Is what GNLD's, is what Golden Home Care Products LDC stands to be able to accomplish for you. And the thing is, well, you determine the use and the potency of the thing to be used, so that with respect to the need will also correspond the strength that you will be using to achieve the completion of the task at hand, whichever it may be, as far as cleaning is concerned. Okay, so here, as you can tell, we're just breezing here through the cleaning of all of these different, well, through all these different dishes that I am now regretting having allowed so much to compile. But, well, presentations are presentations, and this here is no less different. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here, just bear in mind, as I'm just talking here and making you bear in mind other items of significance, how this is just a breeze, really. How you just virtually place your items needed to be cleaned in the mix, if you will, here, and with no more than your fingertips, quite realistically, and you'll be reaping unparalleled cleanliness. Look at that, even for cups. Okay. Of course, we want to be able to make certain that the area that people drink off of is clean. So that's been done. And there you are. Another. And we'll let me bring these remaining dishes here to be cleaned. Okay, we're almost done here. Okay, and finally here we have these dishes. These dishes that had very delicious salads. Consumed off of them. So I'm going to go ahead and place one. So yes, these very. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish off here what we have remaining. Might as well just use that real quick. Okay. Residue from the plate underneath. I had some ketchup. I just went ahead and cleared that out. Okay, and here, speaking of the ketchup, okay, ladies and gentlemen, look at how the ketchup. Staying here today and gone tomorrow. Let me go ahead and rinse this out. Just get to this once more. Okay. And last but not least, so I don't waste water since we're trying to preserve water. Okay. So here, ladies and gentlemen, as you just bared witness to, I went ahead. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so as you've just gone ahead to witness, here's the residue of, what we just went ahead and cleaned out of the dishes. It's very unpleasant looking, but well, it is what it is. It's the filth that has been removed now here from these dishes that, well, are now clean. Look at that. Look at all that I managed to accomplish cleaning and thoroughly washing with only 5 drops. Plus the 3 drops that I went ahead to apply here to our little friend there, the sponge. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope you can ascertain the worth of what is being presented to you, as well as invited to try on for size. Once again, these items are not to be found in any store on the face of the earth whatsoever. They are only made available through people such as myself that are promoters here and proud members of this magnificent enterprise, Neo-Life, powered by GNLD. That, ladies and gentlemen, brings me here to conclude. How is it you see yourself getting involved with us here with this? Making and saving money with it, or just saving it? Thank you so very much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you, and look forward to seeing you in the near future here with us. Be well.